So we're gonna continue the horror interactive stories. Last time we did the doll, we did after funeral, so now we're gonna do evil beneath the ground. Okay, that's interesting. That's a weird pair of legs. The fuck? It's like I don't know if I want to say scaly, maybe like dried out legs. And there's blood. You are a goth university student with no friends. You join a school trip to a lake and the forest near it. If you decide to wander in the forest at night, you will find bare footprints. Those are coming from a black hole with a ladder. Will you descend down it? You are a university student who identifies as a goth. You are a lonely person. People think that you want to be alone, but in fact, you couldn't find someone you felt affinity. Everyone is so distant from you. Nobody you know listens to the music that you love, like Baja's, This Mortal Coil, the Sisters of Mercy, etc. I wonder if those are actual bands. The only one I think I've heard is the Sisters of Mercy. That's it. Baja's and This Mortal Coil, I'm not sure. You heard about a university field trip to a lake and the forest around it in autumn. There will be a picnic. Also, alcohol is permitted. You could bring your own drinks. You join the field trip. Not only maybe you can make some new friends, but you also love nature, especially when it's cold season. But of course, you couldn't make new friends once again. During the 2 hours of bus travel, you found out that every other student who joined the trip were already friends. They simply ignored you. You also didn't approach them. As a result, all you could do during the bus trip was looking outside the window or play games on your phone while you listened to their joyful laughters. You have mixed feelings about this picnic by the lake. You can't feel yourself as a part of the joyful youth who are enjoying the nature trip. After having a picnic barbecue, they play a game with a ball in which they formed a circle and tried not to let the ball touch the ground. Everyone participated in the game, except for you. But you enjoy the nature trip somehow. As said before, you love nature. You took pictures of the lake with your phone. You don't plan to post the pictures anywhere though. And there's a huge forest near the picnic area. You have always found peace in the green of the forest. After the sun set, people began to light a campfire and drink. People around your age generally prefer beer, but you don't like it. You feel it overfills your stomach and causes nausea after 2 cans. Instead, you prefer stronger drinks. Today, you brought a bottle of red wine and a wine glass. They gather around the campfire while you drank your wine alone, away from them. A handsome guy brought his guitar from the bus and began playing it around the fire, while you have finished your second glass of wine. Campfire and moon illuminate the darkness. Sun already has set. There are about 5 hours for the picnic to end. You'll be going back to the city with buses. He is playing a calming song. You might join the group, but you also feel a strong urge to have a walk in the dark forest. Join the group, go to the forest. How about we go join the group this time? Or not this time, for the first time. This time, like I've chosen yet. Join the group. You approach the group. 2 girls notice you. They open a space for you to sit between them. One of them is blonde, the other has long black hair. They wear colorful clothes, contrasting with your black outfit. How are you? What are your names? Don't talk to them. Leave them without saying anything. We'll ask how they are. Blonde girl says, "We are fine." They neither say anything else nor ask you how you are. What are your names? One girl with black hair says, "We have boyfriends." What the f***? It's not like she's hitting on you. Oh wait, are we a chick? I don't actually know. If we're a guy, then yeah, that's a generic female response, sadly. Oh, we have boyfriends. Because, asking your name means you're hitting on them. I mean, even if I'm a chick, that's cool, but at the same time, it's like, all we did was ask, how are you and what your names are. We didn't even say any kind of pickup line or ask you out. I only asked your names. You're trying so hard, aren't you? The blonde says, and they both laugh. You. I've tried to be nice. Leave them. They don't like what you say, but they don't react either. They keep sipping their beers as you leave them. You can stay with the other students or go to the forest. Stay. Nothing interesting happens in the rest of the day. You finish your bottle of wine and can't make any friends as usual. When the time comes, you get on the bus and go back to the city. Yes, it's a lame ending, but at least you're still alive and human. The end. Oh, the game has 3 endings. So we have safe from the evil beneath the ground. Oh, does that mean we're going to turn into a vampire? I wonder if this is going to be a vampire one. Yeah, it looks like this one actually kept it gender neutral. So it don't specify if we are a boy or girl. Alright, we're going to go to the forest because we're not going to interact with bitches. Okay. You stand up and wander away from the picnic. You feel the call of the dark forest, so you walk along the path into the forest. The trees are high and still green. Maybe they stay green in all seasons. You don't know. Your field is not biology. The soil is wet and muddy. It must have rained before your group arrived at the lake. Great observation skills. You leave boot prints on the soil as you walk. There are no clouds in the sky. Full moon and stars illuminate the forest. But that's not enough for your eyes. You turn on the flashlight of your phone. There's an app for it too. Okay. That's nice that there's an app for it too. You can't clearly see, but you notice rabbits in the distance. Naturally, they run from you as they notice your presence. You begin to think that you might have gone too far away from the picnic, but there's nothing interesting in the picnic area. You somehow feel like the darkness of the forest is your friend. Only friend. Continue on the path, turn back to the picnic site. Continue on the path. You continue on the forest path. After a few minutes, you notice footprints on the soil. They seem to belong to a human with bare, big feet. Probably a man. The prints cross the path. Turn back to the picnic site. Follow him. Follow his route back. Huh? Those two are confusing. What do you mean follow him or follow his route back? The prints cross the path. Follow his route back. His route back. I assume maybe that means like we follow the way that the footprints are going, or do we go against the footprints? Follow him. You follow the footprints on the soil. They keep changing directions. You find yourself on elevation and the prints stop here. Whoever was walking, he didn't leave prints, those you could follow anymore. He might have gone anywhere, as he didn't follow a single direction. Follow his route back. You decide to go to the place where he comes from. After a long walk, you find yourself at a hole. There's a lid and a long rope near it. The man clearly comes from the hole. His footprints prove it. When you hold your phone's light into the black hole, you see that there is a ladder inside the hole. You can't see the end of the hole from your position. As a curious and drunk boy, you feel a strong urge to descend. Aw, now they put gender on it. I kind of like that the entire story, they kind of kept it gender neutral. I guess descend. As you need to use your both hands to climb down. You put your phone into your jeans pocket, turning off the light. You start climbing down. After a few seconds, moon and stars above no longer illuminate what you see. You are in pitch black, and the ladder still continues. Finally, your feet touch the ground. You are so distant from the forest that you can't see the entrance of the hole from where you are. You carefully get on your 2 feet. You can see nothing yet. Turn on the phone's lights. The place where you are is made of concrete. There is a long corridor in front of you. It is narrow, about 1 meter wide. It is not very high. There are only a few centimeters between your head and the ceiling of the corridor. You smell a terrible odor. It's a mixture of feces and something you can't understand. There are 3 doorless holes along the concrete corridor, making 3 rooms to discover. Examine the first room, second room, third room. First room. There is an empty wooden coffin. A mirror hangs on the concrete wall. A bloody razor and black whips stand in front of the mirror. In the mirror, you see your reflection and the terror on your face. The place where you are... Oh, and then it just goes back to the first page, okay. Second room then. You are shocked to find a chained woman in this room. The chain is tied on her ankle. She looks in her 40s, too weak. Her bones are noticeable, and has a pale skin with lots of scars. She's on her knees. She's naked. Her body is lightly hairy, except for her pubic area. It is quite hairy. Why do we need to describe that? Why do we need to describe her pubic area? Why is that a thing? Okay. Anyway, contrasting her hairy body, her head is shaved. She stinks. Not only the smell of feces, but also it looks like she wasn't washed for years. She screams as you point the light to her. Who are you? Try to save her. Run to the ladders. Try to save her. You crouch down to her tied foot. There's no way you can remove the bracelet from her ankle. You also notice that her pinky toe is missing. See, I was wondering if it was gonna be a vampire. Well, I mean, like the coffin. The coffin still makes me think vampire, but the fact that she's a pinky toe missing and everything makes me think that she's been like kidnapped for ransom. Let me try to find the key. What happened to your toe? Let me try to find the key. You try to leave the room, but something you don't understand happens. At the exit of the room, you hit something that wasn't visible in front of you. Yes, you saw nothing in front of you, yet you hit something. You fall onto the floor, and an invisible force carries you and repeatedly smashes your head to the wall. You hear the woman screaming as you black out. When you wake up, you find yourself lying on the concrete floor in pitch darkness. By the smell, you understand that you're in the same place. Whoever is keeping you captive, he stripped you from all clothes. You are naked and cold. There's a gag in your mouth, so you can't shout and communicate with the woman. She might be gagged too. You stand up and try to walk away, but your ankle is tied with chains. You can walk only in a chamber with 1 meter of radius. Your foot touches a metal bucket. It's probably where he expects you to defecate. You lose all your sense of time here. You wait for an unmeasurable time for something to happen. You are thirsty and hungry. Sometimes you hear your phone ring in a different room. The piano melody is It's the Fear by Within Temptation. Ooh, that's a good song. I love Within Temptation. An ironic name for your situation. They probably notice that you are missing and trying to reach you, especially your parents. They might have become mad. Of course, you can't answer the call. Finally, you hear footsteps. You hear your captor coming to your room. You are unable to see anything. He takes your gag off. Apparently, he has no problem with seeing in the pitch black. You hear his voice. Drink. It belongs to an old man, a dominant, ordering voice. You feel the tip of a bucket on your lips. Drink? Who are you? Drink. It is water what he is offering. You drink it. Not the best water you drank. It could be taken from the lake, but you have no other choice, it seems. After you drink enough, he puts the bucket on the ground. Now he brings something else into your lips. Eat. You are too hungry to refuse him. You allow him to put the thing in your mouth. It's meat, but raw. Ew. You would never eat raw meat except for sushi, but now you chew it slowly. It is rabbit, he says. You shallow the meat. I think they make you swallow the meat, despite how it disgusts you. After you eat all he gives you, he puts a gag on your mouth and leaves the room without saying another word. After a while, he comes back as you are lying on the floor. Stand up, he orders you. You get on your 2 feet clumsily. He grabs your body, and you feel 2 sharp fangs on your neck. He starts draining your blood, and you understand the true nature of your captor. You have no idea how long you have been a prisoner here. You are mostly alone in the room, doing nothing with the gag on your mouth. He occasionally comes back to feed you, and himself. Sometimes you hear loud sounds from the other room. He tortures a woman. She screams and begs him to stop, but he doesn't. You hear a whip hit the naked flesh of the woman, but for some reason, he doesn't harm you, only the woman. You haven't seen anything for a long time. You have no idea what he looks like. Sometimes you hear sobbing, but it doesn't belong to the woman. To the captor, he cries loudly for some reason. Someday, or night, you can't figure out, he shows up and takes your gag off. I have done research about you, learned everything about you. He says your name, shocking me. We have some common points. We both like the dark. We are both outcasts. Lonely souls in this world of darkness. I will make you an offer only once, so make your decision wisely. I can make you an immortal like me. You will no longer be in chains. You will have a life or unlife in the dark, like you have always wanted. Or you can stay as immortal and wait for the day you will die here as my prisoner. I want to be an immortal. I want to stay human. We're gonna be an immortal. Let's become a vampire. Very well, he says, stand up. You stand up and allow your master to embrace you. You feel his fangs on your neck once again, but this time he doesn't stop. You feel your whole blood is getting drained. Soon you lose consciousness. I kind of do like that they changed the font. I mean, like, they just changed the color, but I like how they change it from red to white when something happens like that. You open your eyes. You find yourself lying in a wooden coffin, but this time you are able to see. There isn't any single light source in the concrete room, but you see your environment as if you are wearing night vision goggles. You are wearing your old clothes and also gloves, so you can't see your skin. You have lost your hair. It has shed. Your old hair is on the coffin's part where you put your head on. And you feel your face change too. But the most significant change is an unbearable thirst, but not for water. Welcome to a new start, my child. You hear his voice. You look around the room, but you can't see him. There are 2 coffins and a mirror in the room. They think that our kind can't be seen on the mirror. False. Take a look at yourself. You step outside the coffin and walk to the mirror. You are in terror with what you see in the mirror. You don't carry a human face anymore. Your skin has scales like a snake. Its color is a light gray, almost white. Your ears are long and have pointy tips. Your eyes are all red. You slowly open your mouth to see your sharp teeth. You scream, break down, and cry in despair. Then you feel his hands claw, to be exact, on your shoulder. He stands on your back. Now you are able to see his hand. It is scaled like your skin. Look at me, he orders you, and for some reason, you can't disobey your master. You involuntarily look at the mirror to see the immortal entity behind you. His body is tall, naked, and has a humpback. His skin is almost white and scaled, but his face, it is the ugliest thing you have ever seen. It is the embodiment of evils, torture, murder, and envy. Envy for everything that is pretty and fair. I will teach you everything I know. Your new and only now parent says with a hideous smile. The end. Welcome to Unlife. Okay, so we have one more ending, right? So, what do we think the 3rd ending will be? Alright, let's see, what should we do? Let's, I guess, join the group for funsies. So join the group. We're gonna ask, how are you? What are your names? I only asked your names. Fuck you, I tried, and we leave. Explore the forest. Okay, that's the same. Turn back to the picnic site. Continue on the path. Continue on the path. Follow his route back. So instead of going that way, we're gonna go the other way. Okay, nothing new there. We can descend, return back to the picnic site. Let's descend. Turn the phone on. What is room 3? We didn't actually see what room 3 was, did we? You see a chain tied to the wall. It has a bracelet at its end. There are 2 metal buckets. They are both empty. You notice a metal key on the floor. Take the key. The place where you are is made of concrete. Oh, right. Okay, so you saw the... Okay, so examine the 2nd room. Try to save her. You crouch down to her tied foot. With the key you got, you unlock the bracelet. She is free. You also notice that her pinky toe is missing. Run with her. You hold woman's hand and rush to the ladder. Your other hand holds your phone so that you enlighten the corridor. But as you reach the ladder, you feel something hit your stomach. You can't understand it. You saw nothing in front of you, but still there's something. Your phone falls to the ground. You can't see anything. The woman screams, "Oh no, he came!" You feel something grab you and smashes your head to the concrete walls. You black out. Alright, let's see. When you wake up, I just knocked my mic into wake up, you find yourself lying on the concrete floor in pitch darkness. By the smell, you understand that you are in the same place. Whoever is keeping you captive, he stripped you from all clothes. You are naked and cold. Let's see, instead of drinking, we'll ask, who are you? I am your new master. You better behave, well, you are mine now. Now drink, or I won't give you it once again. Alright, so we drink, we eat, stand up. Okay, he starts drinking from us. Okay, he tortures them, he makes us an offer. We're gonna say, I want to stay human. Suddenly, you feel a sharp pain on your shoulders. You hear the loud sound of a whip. He whips you continuously, feeling zero empathy for the agony you feel on your bare skin. You could have been a predator like me. You chose to be a toy. You're mine to torment. Do you understand, idiots? He shouts at you. He kicks you and leaves you sobbing on the floor. You can do nothing but hope that sweet death will come soon. What the But it never comes. In prison. Okay, so that's the 3 endings. Okay. There's not even a good ending. Basically, it's a uneventful ending at the picnic area where we don't even make friends and people are bitches. Or we find the hole, we become a vampire. Or we find the hole and we are imprisoned and tortured and we are called a toy and an idiot. Those endings are something. Those are something. Something, something, something. Alright. Alright, so we have done the doll, after funeral, crystal skull, beneath the ground. So we have crystal skull, tube, madness, an infinite loop, Ouija, and then just credits. So we have 3 more to do. Okay, that's not bad. So we'll do those ones next. Let me know what you've thought so far of the game, of the stories. So the wording is a little weird or off. Like sometimes, as you notice, where I either have to reread it again or I pause because when I start to read it, it doesn't sound right. So I have to reread it. Like, okay, wait, what did that say? What did that mean? Could be a little better. That some of the endings are interesting. Evil Beneath the Ground, I kind of felt that one was lacking, honestly. But it's interesting for what it is and for being a free game. So it is called Horror Interactive Stories, I believe is what it's called. Yeah. So please give me any feedback. So I am a video editor. I make music videos on a different channel. So this is a little bit different. I stream on Twitch, Ninja Chicken 94, and I also stream with my friend Ninja Monkey 1990. I have Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I have another Ninja Chicken 94 channel where I post past live streams. And About Me, I will have a Willow link where you can go see all my social links, including TikTok and the Discord group that I have, Chicka Clan. But yeah, so please feel free to give me any feedback. Let me know what you think of the stories, their endings. If you've played this game, what did you think of it? But yeah, so please comment, like, subscribe down below. I love you guys. Thank you. Bye.